You're listening to Stories Through the Static. 104.7.
Now you've tuned in. The tubes are warm, the bayou's breathing. This is Stories Through the Static. Tonight, we listen first.
Tonight, we're tuning into 1893. September 27th, to be exact. The night the Silver Bell sang its last song. Most folks think I play records. They don't know I'm hunting frequencies that shouldn't exist anymore. Signals trapped in the atmosphere, like light from dead stars. There. You hear that? 700 pounds of silver and pirate treasure, melted down and blessed. They say Jean Lafitte himself donated doubloons to cast that bell. Spanish gold mixed with communion silver. A holy thing made from unholy means. That's the Louisiana way, isn't it?
My mère called it Cajun woman math, the kind of calculations that don't appear in textbooks. 3 cups of flour plus 2 cups of grief equals 1 decade of displacement. 14 rosary beads minus a village equals the weight my grandmother carried from Ile Danière to New Iberia. I've been trying to calculate something harder. How do you measure the inheritance of loss?
The bell rang for 3 hours, while the storm surge swallowed the island, while the hotel collapsed, while Louisiana's last great resort became a graveyard in salt water. They called her Our Lady of Lourdes. She rang without human hands, just wind and fury and something that knew how to mourn. The church stood until it didn't. Witnesses on the mainland said they heard the bell stop, cut off mid-peal, like a mother's wail, interrupted. But here's what the history books don't tell you. The bell didn't sink.
That sound, I know it. Not from memory. I wasn't there. Nobody living was. But it's in me anyway. Passed down at kitchen tables, whispered during storms, pressed into children's hands like inheritance. My mère used to say we were born with salt water in our blood, that the island never really let us go. I thought it was poetry. Now I wonder if it's biology.
You're through to the between.
I heard it. My mère said her grandmother was there, on the island. She was 9 years old.
What's your name, caller?
Vangie. Evangeline.
Tell me what your mère told you.
Celeste Broussard. That was her name. She survived because of the bell. Everyone ran toward the hotel. Big building, brick walls. Thought it would save them. But her mama heard the bell and said no. She said, La Madone nous appelle. Our Lady is calling us. They went to the church instead. Highest ground on the island, 12 feet above sea level. Not much, but enough. When the storm surge came, 20 feet high, the water reached the altar, but no higher. They stood on pews, holding babies overhead while that bell screamed above them.
Your people rang it themselves, warning the others.
Until the ropes broke. Then the wind took over. Celeste said it sounded like the Virgin Mary herself was weeping. When the church finally fell, they rode the debris like a raft, and she swore she could still hear the bell ringing underwater. Not loud, just steady, like it was guiding them. After that, they scattered. New Iberia, Lafayette, Thibodeau carried their rosaries, their names, their recipes. My mère could make court bouillon that tasted like the island, even though she'd never been there. She said the memory lived in her hands. I've been trying to measure it. The mathematics of diaspora.
You can't measure it, Vanjie, but you can broadcast it. That's what we do here at The Between. We tune into frequencies that shouldn't still exist. Drowned places, displaced places, places that live on in people. The bell was never recovered. That's the official story. But it's not lost. It's still ringing. We're just the ones who know what frequency to listen on. This has been Stories Through the Static, 104.7, The Between. Stay tuned, and remember, the oldest signals don't need towers.
I know what I'll write next. Not an equation, a story.